Hello in this episode. Quite a controversial thing, mainly pulling out lens disassembly. Why with Corsa D pre-lift lamp? Without xenon or ordinary H7? Why is this controversial? Because wherever I ask people for ungluing the lamp and pulling out the lens, called from 1.000 1.000 together for 00. With regeneration of this speaker OD, this is a deadly amount. One lamp costs just perch around 1,000 euros. So honestly, buying drugs. We also do not know in what condition the lens reflector will be. That's the problem with this lamp. Why and well, the case looks like this. New sputtering of this mirror coating. Galvanization is probably called. I'm not sure. In case you need to correct me in the comments. Costs from $10 to somewhere just around $40. For art. And gluing the lamp and renovating the lens from the speaker. PL and 1,400 if we do it ourselves, we will pay less. Do it without breaking the lampshade. Completely in a different way. Why and here attention, not for people with weak nerves. I invite you to watch. We open, flap, H7s, scissors, remove the cover. And in the first place we see the sensor. I already took the bulb out earlier. We see the engine white. Lens lamp leveling. Why no I? The situation is very simple. Because you really have to turn this motor. The murder weapon has already fallen and slightly. Why? Drag. Turn this motor, this lever, and then remove. But this is not a one-handed job. Mushroom visible here. Enters in this place. So to speak, he must enter So similarly to remove this sensor. After turning from this position into this Y, push slightly outside, so to speak, and then the mushroom will pop out and we will put in the same way. First yes and press, and then we turn. Y, unplug the plug, and almost a large part behind us. Now the most shocking. The whole operation will be about this, that we cut ourselves. Here this plastic in this way. So far, then we will guide it as the line goes. And successively drag here all the way up. In this way, we really small piece of housing, which can then be easily welded. Even at home alone soldering iron. Nothing will happen to this lamp. She still be tight. I have already done this on many lamps in Peugeot. It also happened at BMW. Opel is another lamp, which in this way will be operated on by me. One lamp just cut out. Why I unscrewed everything without a problem. Also to work. Burner in motion. Heat the knife. I recommend doing it outside. Why not sometimes in the apartment either? In the garage still as such escape. Because why this melted plastic leaves a very unpleasant smell. Why and snip we fly. And such a technical window has been cut. This is literally just a piece of plastic, which we can easily weld. And there is really nothing to experience. That the lamp is destroyed. No one sees this lamp from behind. After two, well, this is not a lamp on a fashion Only she is so mounted that no, it does not matter here at all. Most importantly, we now have access. Okay, the next step is to get out. Total Y. And to do it, it is best to use this lamp. This is HW6 or Imbus 6 why we turn. This promontory to the N2. Why the light was raining. Down, and then we'll have more room too. Get out why this motor. And all these beams in a moment I will show you how to undo. We will leave it first. Well, everything here nicely deserted. Now unscrew. These screws that hold. Frame so to speak Y whole ends. And they are torque Seeky 15. Should be for screws 1 to 3. For unscrew, and in a moment we will have free access to tilt the lens and undo it. After removing the screws you can see that the lens is already loose here. Now the question is what holds her? This shell holds her. She has no function. Is not screwed in any way. Is embedded in the lens. Only on the latch. So in a moment you will be able to pick it up freely. But first I suggest you unclip here. This clip with wires. As you can see, he is such a dowel. These 2 legs are enough. Why squeeze and everything comes out through the hole? And then unplug this plug. She's on here, clamp this white junkie. I press and the plug comes out. Now the lens with the motor goes out without a problem. What can block it? The chrome at the bottom is not. But he's no problem to fold afterwards. I will show you right away as soon as. I'll take everything here. Why need a little exercise? Depending on how. Power, what a strong hole you cut so. Hard or so hard or easy will come out. As you can see, there is no. Some here. Greater difficulty with this. How I help? Oh, sick. And the whole element came out now like this here. Screw also torques 15. Here. And here, and this will allow us. Unscrew. Lens. OD of this rack OD motor. And we will have. Ready to send. No A2 Sherburko. Looks like this. Why no problem walking here? Attention, do not struggle too much. When it comes to why? It should somehow turn here and come out. Oh, comes out because it is sprayed but so weak. So why just don't know rubbing? Cloth with window cleaner and why? Well, unfortunately, but this coating began to gently go dry. So do not rub somehow hard. And should everything to be clean. Now you can freely clean the lampshade from the inside. Cause why no problem, we can put a hand inside and wash everything, but do not wash after Y reflectors because it will be the same situation. Space now how to mount this chrome Y back on lens. See on the lens here is a protrusion. And here is such a hollow. I saw the screws fell in, I know, and this way we put one onto so that it fits here. On this side there is a catch. And he comes in here. In the lens and everything holds like factory was. No philosophy either. After unscrewing and unscrewing this plug side by side, we can check the lens. How it looks. Coating on the fender. You can see here. It is matte, there is no mirrors. There is no how to shine it. Why lens itself? This glass can clean easily with dishwashing liquid. So here is the team. We can send to further regeneration to spraying, or what is it, and what is it called? If necessary, that only a reflector without this lens is unfortunately here you will have to drill. Why, or at least cut. I don't know exactly what it's called, but lock clips. 3 are snip, and it causes that this whole lens will come down with her will descend mechanism Y. It's like HMB halogen, how to call it, because the aperture dropping, motor shutter dropping. but it will also go down without a problem, and this way. We obtained access, I know, a few dozen minutes. For the lens, it didn't take all day, it didn't cost 1,000 pounds. Then we can sleep. And the lamp will be fully sealed and fully functional. Also, thank you for your attention. I hope that this material was helpful. If so, leave your hand up. And if you are my new viewer, I invite you to subscribe. Remember to visit my social media. This is Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. I thank you for your attention. I wish successful repairs. Stay warm. Hello.